It went well, don't worry, it went well. I really want to make sure that I'm truly a new version of myself. And what I mean by that is not falling into old patterns. What I've realized about myself is that I enjoy organization. Not so much in real life, but mentally. I like having a path. I like having a goal. I like having steps along the way. And I feel that now that I was on this path and it got so derailed that I'm all over the place, my brain is trying to make up for that by finding a similar path. And I find myself referring to myself last year a lot when I was 17 and that I went through. And I see myself making certain goal points, marks along the way, if that makes sense, that are similar to what I went through at 17. I'm really and now that I'm aware of it, I'm not trying to do that at all. Also, this shirt is so cute. What's up? I don't know if anyone ever talks about I don't know if anyone ever talks about I don't know if anyone ever, like, people realize how wild it is that the ages 17, 18 are so close together. And one, you're a child, technically, and one, you're an adult. And I feel like I'm going through what I went through as a child, but now I'm an adult and it is a whole different experience. And I want to make it isn't that I want to make it necessarily more mature or more adult-like. I just want to make it that I've grown from the things I went through, that I've grown from my mistakes, that I learned from them, and will be a mentally healthier version of myself. I've been going to therapy since I was 13. I went to therapy for nothing really special, nothing wild or crazy that happened in my childhood. But now I'm meant to go to therapy because of something pretty extravagant that happened in my life, and I feel like that what happened is kind of the reference point, and now I'm talking about everything else that happened afterwards, and all I can think about is the reference point and what I was doing before that. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but what I think I'm trying to say is that therapy now feels therapeutic. I feel that I'm actually, like, I mean, you can go to therapy for any reason, you know, but I feel like I actually have things to work through and to challenge in my mind. Therapy actually feels like therapy. The good thing about therapy is that if you tell the truth, you have someone looking on your experience and giving you a second pair of eyes. They're able to help you work through certain problems you probably didn't see, or maybe help you think things differently. I remember when I first came home and I dreaded going to therapy. I go once a week, and every week when it would come up, it would feel like a chore. And now that I've recovered more and am kind of back in the headspace of where I was before I went to California, I'm getting there. I kind of feel that it is so vital for me. My therapist had to reschedule the appointment, and I went the day we usually went, and when I was on the highway, I realized that it wasn't the day, and I remember I was disappointed. I wasn't so disappointed because free time, but I was disappointed because I had thought about so many things I wanted to talk about. from this video on, from this point on, I am really going to make sure that I'm not repeating cycles all over again. I'm not looking back at things that are similar to what I went through to use as kind of, you know, as a reference point. How many times I said reference point? But use as a reference point to kind of make decisions now. I need to focus on the situation at hand and make decisions, make compromises based on how I am now, how I am doing now, and what I want now. Because what I want now is definitely a lot different than what I wanted when I was 17 or what I wanted when I was in California. A lot has changed. I think this is probably the most I've changed mentally in my life so far. And I didn't realize it till I just said it right now. I'm really hungry. Can you hear my stomach rumbling?